Hey, if you watched it, hey, you understand. He really did have him in hell, bro. Like he had Devin
Yeah,
Booker
I mean,
rattled.
I would hope. I saw Al Horford on the fast break. Remember, he ran 25 miles per hour. Like
Oh, here we
players
go.
can have fluke moments. Come on, man.
Fluke moments. Nigga blocked Bobo's jumper. Bobo has a 7'8" wingspan, bro.
He's terrible. That's the
Ben
difference.
Thompson has a 6'8". Yo,
He actually
Bobo,
had a good game yesterday,
Bobo
though.
was going dumb. He had 25 and 14 or
Would
something.
hope.
He was trying hard as shit. But
Would hope.
Wemby had to have a better game. So Wemby was like, oh, he's cooking over there. Let me lock in and put 27, but 10, 5, and 5. And he had 5 steals and 5 blocks. Never mind, bro. You got it, bro.
Shit, what's up? What's happening? As you can see, we excited to have the season back after a terrible All-Star weekend that we will not discuss because I feel like it's been beat up enough. But Jaylen Brown needs to never enter a dunk contest again. We'll talk about that briefly. But how's everybody else doing? Introduce my man Darius.
Yeah,
How you
Marquise,
living?
man. How y'all feeling, man? Yeah, chilling, nothing crazy. Yeah, we that's Jaylen Brown. Yeah, that was bad, bro. We can get that later, bro. That was bad. Jaylen Brown, man.
And then shout out to Tay and how you living, man?
Man, that was a great dunk contest, man. I really enjoyed that dunk
Yo,
contest. All Star Weekend was just great, man. I loved every second of it.
wow.
Just real briefly before we go into topics, I'm gonna vehemently disagree with you. First off, with the dunk contest, I don't know why Jaylen jumped over a 3 foot Kai not and then did the D Brown after he dunked that motherfucker. So it's like you go and dunk it and then be like, oh,
And then
let me
try to
do
cover
it and
your
I'm
eyes.
coming
Like,
down.
yo, at that point, he should have just like not tried to cover his eyes. Like, cause they showed him his practice dunks, and he actually covered his eyes when he did the dunk. If you did it right then and there, bro, and you know you wasn't about to get it in time, why'd you do it, bro? Why did
Right.
you?
You could at least call him like, hey, let's just try again.
Yeah,
I would have respected that.
yeah, like, bro, come on, like that. Jaylen
And this
Brown,
man
I
threw,
already knew he wasn't no like, bro. He's an in
he's a
game.
power in-game dunker.
He's an
Absolutely.
in-game dunker, bro. I called that. I literally said that, bro. He's not one of those guys. Like you know who's an in-game dunker and who's not. He talking about he got the most posters. Good job, bro. Has nothing to do with the dunk contest. Like I don't care. Like you gotta do some crazy shit for you to be able to like. I don't know. I don't.
What lost me was when he threw on the hamburger helper glove.
Yo,
He did the
bro, what is
windmill.
he doing, bro? Like no,
Like,
they say he can't use it. He don't use his left hand, bro. Nobody cared, bro. You did that, and nobody was. Oh, like
oh, and the windmill with the left.
yeah, bro.
Like,
Like, bro, they and then they robbed Toppin, bro. Toppin should have been in the final instead of that beat ass nigga Jaylen Brown. They just wanted their star to be there. Like,
now that
what?
360 going the opposite
Yeah,
way
that's
between
what
legs
I'm
360, that
saying,
shit was tough.
bro. But they want to see this nigga dunk with a Michael Jackson glove on. My fault, bro. Like he wanted to do a Thriller, the Smooth Criminal. Like, all right, bro, whatever, bro. That shit was weird. And
I
they
don't know if y'all, well, it's this one scene on the Wayans brothers. If he was on here, he'll know what I'm talking about. But Pops was talking about like some shots he used to do back in the day. He was like, two-handed, double-fisted windmill.
oh,
Bang.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen it.
That's kind of what Jaylen Brown's dunks look like. It was like some 1988 shit.
Yeah.
Like two-hand, cock it back, windmill. Bang. Like it was like that type of shit. Like regular 360, going the opposite way with Terrence Clark's jersey. Bang.
Yeah, yeah, like
Like just
yo,
nothing spectacular. Had no sauce
he
on that
made
shit.
it for me, man. He just disrespected that man's grave, man. That's crazy. Terrence Clark was probably up there like, bro, you couldn't have
Yeah,
done
weak
nothing
ass
better, bro.
360. Yeah,
You couldn't have
like,
done nothing better, bro. Man,
at
bro,
least
I'm
put your arm in the rim with
yeah, something like, bro.
it.
And then we keep letting the white man win in Black History Month, man. I can't like you
I
just
mean, he had a hell of a dunk though. Like that
yeah,
little
yeah, yeah,
double tip,
yeah. That's what
and
he does.
they gave him like a 48. It's like, are you kidding me?
Probably
Like
because he
Jaylen was
messed up
out
the
there
first
put.
time.
You said what?
Probably because he messed up the first time. You know, they
Yeah,
got
but
But
docked
just
for
because you
judge
messed up
you
once, that you
that's
shouldn't
not
be
what you do.
penalized.
You judge the dunk that you make. Like they don't judge you messing up. They judge the make. So like that doesn't mean that's not a thing.
The
Well,
thing
shoot,
is, back
they need to let like bro. They need to let the fans vote, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Just fuck everybody else, because that shit they be like Jaylen Brown should not have been in it. Like should not have made it that far. Shouldn't. We should have saw Jacob Toppin do more dunks. Like, he was clearly the better dunker. Like, I don't care if they came up from the G League. You let a G Leaguer win. Like, you might as well just let them, like, yeah, but that is tough though. Bring all the mascots, let all the mascots do the dunk contest. Like all them, the ones that you just dunked from high school, thought they was gonna be nice, went to the G League and just do the same thing. Yeah, bring all the mascots out. Like Mikey Williams, he be in it one of these years, bro. You can see him and the mascot. Put JD Davison in it. And you know all the mascots, just put them in there. The ones that just run, jump, and dunk.
Thing is, back in the day, they used to give you unlimited dunks, but Nate Robinson and Birdman took forever to complete their dunks. They had like 6 attempts and shit. But I don't think one missed dunk should penalize you, especially with the degree of difficulty that McClung was doing. But you had senior citizens
Bro,
judging.
there's so many dunks
That's
that
what
haven't been
happens.
done
You
in a
got
dunk
old
contest.
judges, bro. That's what I be saying.
Yeah,
Old judges think of old rules.
yeah.
That's a fact.
But like,
But
damn, it's weird, bro. Like, dude, these dunk contests, like, bro, there's so many dunks that haven't been done in a dunk contest. Like, if y'all don't go work out, like, yo, if you know you about to be in a dunk contest, call one of the pro dunkers, bro. Tell them to come help you, bro, or something, bro. Like, there's no way y'all just come in this bitch and do windmills. Nobody wants to see that, bro. Nobody
thing
wants to
is, I got a thought, like 2 dunks I haven't seen before I would like to see. A windmill arm in the rim, 360 arm in the rim, or between the legs arm in the rim. Like
nigga
one of
just
those, like
he want to see arms in the rim. He want to see Blake Griffin, red forearms and shit. That's what he want to see.
I'm just saying, like it's other things you could do. Like I'm sure it's other dunks that haven't been done in the contest, but those are just 3 off the top
Yeah, there's
I
a
could think
bunch of
of.
dunks that you could do. Like so much stuff could be better, bro. Like, bro, I could bring high schoolers out to do a better dunk contest. Like that shit is so weird,
Like
bro.
a
Like,
360 from the free throw line, that'd be crazy.
yeah. Zach Levine's not doing the dunk contest anymore. So
I mean, what Levine did was insane.
Zach
But
Levine's
yeah, I'm
not doing.
saying like it's stuff
Yo,
that can be done, but
Aiden Sharp wasn't hurt, bro. I would have loved to see him in it. Nigga, the highest vertical of all time, like in the NBA,
yeah,
ever
he'd be
recorded in
tough.
the NBA. You better do a fucking dunk contest. But you know, somebody's dunk contest was slept on, like their win was slept on. Anthony Simons. People forget he actually won a dunk contest and he was better than a lot of niggas. Like, I still can't
I
believe
forgot.
like, I still be forgetting this nigga jumps that high. Like, yo, like he can really bang out. Like, it's so weird seeing Anthony Simons. Like I see him and look at him play. You don't know that he can jump that high. Like he won a dunk contest and it was an actual good dunk contest. Like it was him. I think it was Obi Toppin and damn, who else? Hold on, I can't remember. Anthony
I
Simons
can't even remember. I forgot.
contest. It was Anthony Simons, Obi Toppin. It was Anthony Simons versus Obi Toppin and damn.
One more time for
2021 dunk contest.
But yeah, we're gonna start off with the team with the darkest future in the NBA. Just fired their coach Jacques Vaughn. Got Kevin Ollie taking over. The Brooklyn Nets, currently 21-36. I had called it before the season because I saw they were 11-13 after the Kevin Durant trade. I was like, this isn't sustainable. This team is going to miss the playoffs and the play-in. This is not a good team. Some people on the panel thought Ben Simmons was going to change the trajectory of the team, but obviously that didn't work out.
He ain't been on the court. Like he's still coming off injury, minutes restriction. Like it's not helping. And the dunk
Yeah.
contest, that's Cassius Stanley, Obi Toppin, and Anthony Simons. It was 2021.
Yeah. I forgot about that whole contest, but I remember Thomas had some shit.
Hammonds, yeah, that shit.
But
Like bring him back. Like
as far as the Nets are concerned, only Nick Claxton and maybe Cam Thomas are only guys that should be brought back for the future. They don't really have a lot of draft picks because they traded a lot to acquire James Harden. But the messed up part is earlier in the season, Houston had offered a package, willing to give those picks back and Jalen Green for Mikal Bridges, but Brooklyn declined. I personally feel like Bridges is 28. He's almost my age. You shouldn't be building around a player almost my age and you're 15 games under 500.
yeah,
That man isn't a first option. He's like a second or third on a championship team.
Third.
Cam Johnson, he hasn't really been as healthy. He's a little bit overpaid at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm just very concerned with their future. Like, they're in New York, but there's no excitement there, especially since the Knicks are getting better. They're going to lose more and more attendance. So, Darius, I'll start off with you. How you feel about the Brooklyn Nets and what they need to do?
They need to let Michael Bridges go to the Rockets. That's what they need to do. Right, they need to let him go. They proposed the trading them Jalen Green. I say take Jalen Green and start building some young shit. Because this, whatever they're trying to do with Michael Bridges, y'all got a limited time. Like, they're on a limited time frame. Like, Michael Bridges isn't one of those players. Like, he's not top of the league players. Like, he's not Jason Tatum or like one of them, like, that you can trust that he's gonna be that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not one of those face of the league guys. He's not a superstar. He don't got that in him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not a first, or he's barely a second. He'd be a low tier second option if he was, like, So I feel like that's not smart at all to try to build around a 28-year-old that isn't solidified as that guy. Like, he was the third option on the Suns. Cool. He left, he started scoring more. Cool. But we know who he is already. Like, he's 28. There ain't much better he gonna get.
Once
So
teams had the game plan for him, that's when
yeah,
shit changed.
yeah, man.
Once you want to scout
Yeah.
him, yeah.
And that's why he's been hella like normal. Like, your best player in your team's averaging 22. Good job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not gonna get you anywhere. So I think they need to blow it the fuck up. Like, just the easiest, blow it up. Like, call it a day. Build around the young talent that can do stuff, instead of trying to build around somebody older and hindering all the younger people that you have that could actually play the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Michael Bridges is a really good player. Don't get me wrong, but you're not building around him for the future. He's a win now type of guy. Trade him to a contender. Like, trade him to somebody that could use him for right now, that's trying to get somewhere, instead of letting them waste away on a team that's trying to rebuild. And like, like, it's like Damian Lillard. Well, Damian Lillard, he's more of a star, like, but Damian Lillard, you can't they were like, yo, you got to pick one. You can't be in or out. You can't try to build a new team and try to keep me at the same time. You can't rebuild with me here. So that's why he left. So, like, they gotta make a decision. Either y'all going to trade for some niggas that are old that you're trying to win now, or either build for the future. One or the other. They can't pick and choose and try to build around a 28-year-old. That's not a thing.
Funniest thing, and I'm gonna pass it to after this. If they do decide to re-sign Cam Thomas, him and Jalen Green will be a hilarious
That
backcourt.
shit would be funny as shit.
Ain't gonna be no passing.
No passing.
Them brothers getting them shots up. But Ted, what you think about the Brooklyn Nets? What they need to do?
I don't think the Brooklyn Nets really have a choice, like, to really do anything necessarily, because right now the only picks they got in 2025 draft, they got Phoenix. They have a Phoenix pick that's going to be in the 20s, and that's it. They don't have any of their own picks.
Right.
It's like that until years back. They really have nothing going for themselves. But
Houston offered them three.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
But like, I guess they don't care about winning. I mean, they're selling out arenas. They're like mid-tier in attendance.
Wow.
Some
I'm
teams
surprised by that.
Celebrities want to watch the Nets play and shit. So
yeah, some teams I only care about that. Some like, you know what, we had KD, we had Kyrie. All right, let's just start. Just make some money, and then they're making money. So I feel like that's how some teams see it. Like the Bulls, I feel like they're another team. You're putting people in the seats. It doesn't look like it, but you're putting people in the seats. I guess that's what owners want and whatnot. But I don't really think, like, I hear y'all saying trade Bridges, but like, to where?
like, Bridges should want to be traded. That's what I'm saying. Like, Bridges shouldn't want to stay there. That's what I mean. Like,
I'm revisiting that Houston deal.
yeah, I'm telling you, Houston could use him. Like, he could go to a team where he could actually try to win something. Like, you're 28. This isn't the time to be playing, oh, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to build something. This ain't the time. Just like fucking
He
Kyle.
knows how to play off ball. Like, you got
Yeah.
Min Thompson, you got FVV. Like, he just knows how to spot up. He can be a corner 3 and D guy. Can get his.
And he's an elite defender. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way around it. He's an elite defender.
I think that's the perfect fit. I mean, I haven't thought about other teams. I just think that team right there is like he'll slide in and really improve that team.
Yeah, but if you're the Nets, would you want that? Like,
I
just think about
mean,
it unbiasedly. Like, don't
what
just
do you
say
think his
yes
value is? A young player on a rookie deal and 3 first-round picks. How much? What else can you beat for that? Like,
because
who
you're
else
gonna
is
have
gonna
to.
offer better package?
Jalen Green is approaching extension, so yeah, he's a young player.
Yeah, but you can see
That
how much.
rookie
Bridges, you're
contract
paying
thing's not
Bridges the
the
same
one,
thing
though.
though.
Huh?
Yeah, you're paying Bridges the same thing that he would get paid.
Yeah, but I don't think Jalen Green will ever be better than Michael Bridges.
Potentially, but he's 22.
Like,
At
you
least
already
you
Yeah,
would.
have a
still
Jalen
young.
Green on your team. Like, it just doesn't. I see
Yeah.
you're trying to force the Rockets trade. I get it, but
No, but we're building for the future. They're building for the future. They're
I
not
don't
just
think
getting Jalen Green. They're
Jalen
getting picks
Green
too. And they
and
can move him. They don't gotta keep Jalen Green. They can get Jalen Green the picks and trade Jalen Green
if they
away.
try to move him,
Trade
they're
It's
gonna
Cam
about
get
the
Thomas.
picks.
they don't
Yeah,
get
or trade Cam Thomas, trade something like you get hella shit back for Michael Bridges. It's not just Michael Bridges.
Cam Johnson too. I'm seeing what I can
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
Who needs a shooter? Like what contenders
yeah.
need a shooter?
Goodbye.
Because he's
Like
28 himself.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
Cam Thomas, he came in the league old though. Came in the league 26, old ass. Like I don't like Cam. I never liked Cam Thomas. So
Johnson,
I mean not Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson. Yeah, I never liked Cam Johnson. He's overrated. He's been overrated ever since he was on the Suns. Overrated. When he went to the finals, they were overrating the shit out of him. I
I
was
thought
like,
that contract was a lot, bro. I ain't
yeah,
gonna
it
lie. I
is a
told
lot.
Tay that too.
Yeah, it is a lot. But it was like we could have been wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like we were wrong about I know I was wrong about Jalen Brunson. Like Jalen Brunson's contract, I thought he was overpaid like shit. But man, I come to find out this nigga's underpaid. Like, you know, like so it's like I could have been wrong, but that nigga Cam Thomas, I never saw it on him. He was old as shit already. So this was his last contract. Like, you know what I mean? Like he had to sign something to get him through his
Some
life.
contenders going to make a trade for him. Like I said, if I'm Brooklyn, I'm trying to get picks back for him and Bridges.
Yeah,
Like
him,
I
Bridges.
don't think Simmons is going to have to be there for another year. Once he's gone, that's freed up cap space. So you will have Jalen Green, a lot of cap space, and multiple first round picks. Like maybe bring back Cam Thomas, maybe not. If you believe in
Yeah.
Jalen Green,
You
then
can
I
get
guess let
fucking
Cam walk.
what's Pop name? Lonnie Walker out of
He's
there.
on a vet minimum deal.
Yeah, Dennis Smith has been playing amazing defense. Like he's a defender now, which I don't know where that came from. But Dennis Smith Jr., he's
He
been
locked up
playing.
the last 3 years. He was locking up last year in Charlotte
Yeah,
too.
and then a lot of people want Dorian Finney, but they're not trying to give up Dorian Finney-Smith. I don't know why. A lot of teams want him. They tried to trade from the deadline. They were asking for a lot for Dorian Finney-Smith, which is still weird to me. Yeah, we
Right.
got Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder, he can leave. You know what I mean? They got stuff to trade, but
Yeah, they need to be sellers in the offseason because like, building around Bridges ain't gonna go too far, man. They
I
got
think
so many
Reg is about
treadmill
to
teams.
join. I think Reg is going to join in a second. He just texted me, said send the link. I told him it's in his email. So
All right, bet. Now we're gonna talk about the Mavs, winners of is it 7 or 8 straight? 8 straight.
I'm
yeah,
not sure. I was in the trade finder trying to make that poopy trade I was talking about. But they won 7 in a row.
Yeah, 7 in a row. Luka playing at an exceptional level.
that pickup of Daniel Gafford definitely helped too.
Absolutely. Like we all predicted because we seen him up close. He was very underrated, athletic,
Yeah, we already
great
knew who he
rebounder.
was, but I was hating on the Mavs, but they making moves. I was hating on the Mavs at the beginning of the year because they were not looking.
The roster was ass.
Yeah,
And they were still good. Like,
yeah, they were still
good.
winning, but they were still winning. Don't get me wrong, but that's why I didn't believe in them because their roster was fucking shit. Like you know,
Yeah, what I said was,
yeah.
you got number 77 on your team. The roster
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
matter.
right. Tajon was with him from the beginning.
34, 10, and 9.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
That's what I was saying. Bro, it doesn't even matter. I would say Kyrie there or not. Like,
Yeah.
it'll just be figured out. Like, that's just the kind of player he is, you know?
And somebody said it on Twitter. I had to retweet it because it was facts. Like, because, Ant-Man, Stephen A. asked, like, who do you feel is the best player in the league? Ant-Man was like, yeah, no disrespect to Luka or Shea. I feel like I'm better. And then one dude that I mutually follow was like, yo, with all due respect, stop mentioning yourself with Luka. Like, we see what Luka does every night. Like, he's on a different level from a
They're on
lot
a
of y'all
different
niggas.
team though. Like Luka has the complete keys. Like But like you gotta think the system is built specifically around that nigga Luka. Luka has the
Got to
ball.
execute it though.
No,
Like what
okay,
he's doing is
but
different.
yeah, I know. I'm not taking away from Luka, but he's not on the same level because it's just like the Trae Young thing. They tailored the game to him. He has the ball in his hands the whole game. Luka has the ball in his hands majority of the game. Like, he has a high usage rate. Very, very, very high usage rate. So the Timberwolves have a better roster. So like you have other people that you gotta feed. You know what I mean? Like Cat's gonna get his. Like Kyrie, like on that team, all they got is Kyrie and Luka. And Kyrie's gonna get his cool, but you got other people you got to look for on the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are trying to win something. That's why I don't think the Mavs will ever win because they play in a certain system. They have to play a certain way. Just that's why I'm not saying that, but I feel like if you take Ant and Luka and switch them, I feel like it wouldn't be that far off. Like,
I think Ant's an impactful player. Like the fact that Minnesota is the 1 seed is a
yeah,
huge correlation because of him. I'm not knocking him. I just think Luka's
yeah.
on a different level than
Luka is
a lot of
Luka,
players.
but I think it's because of usage. Like that's why, like his usage rate. I think that plays a big part in why he's so like why his stats are so crazy. But I'm not saying that Luka's generational. Don't get me.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Anthony Edwards is 5th in the NBA in usage rate. Luka's
Where's
1.
Luka?
Ain't that far, bro.
Where's Luka?
Luka's just on a different level, though.
Yeah,
He's
It's
a
not
one.
that. It's
one.
not far enough. It's not a gap enough to say that. Like it's clear. Luka's doing the
number
most with
one
his
for a
usage.
reason. Luka is the highest used nigga in the NBA.
He is.
Like that's what I'm saying. I
come from an era where usage rate wasn't used against players. That's
I'm
just
not
me.
I'm not using it against him. I'm not using it against him. Luka's a fucking generational player. Like I'm not saying, but I'm saying I feel like if you put Ant in that same situation, he would be in the same conversation. Like right now, I get why he's not in the conversation, but I'm saying he would be if I believe he would be in that same conversation.
Luka's about to get his 6th All NBA selection this season.
Okay, and how many
It's different, dog.
Okay,
Like this is
like, but I get, but that's not taking them anywhere. Like, you know what I mean? That style of basketball.
this team this year looks dangerous, man.
Okay,
I don't know. I think they
nobody's
might turn that
but they're
corner.
not. But they're not. That's not a winning style of basketball. Like they've won in the playoffs. Keep in mind, Luka's won in the playoffs, but you're not winning out like that. That's what I feel.
I don't know. This team looks pretty.
Your team matters more. Your teammates matter more when it's in the playoffs. Like that eight rotation matters a lot more when you're in the playoffs. Right now, it doesn't really matter. Like he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
They got
like,
a solid 8 with them trades they made. Like they're dangerous, bro. Like I'm not
fearful of them in the playoff. I'm not fearful of them in the postseason. I'm not gonna lie. If
okay.
whoever plays the
Like
Mavericks, I don't give a fuck. Like like if I play the Mavericks, like all right, whatever.
I think it's Denver. I think it's the Clippers, and the Thunder are dangerous too. I'm not gonna sit here and discount them. And I'm gonna say Dallas. Those are the 4 teams I feel like got a shot.
Wait, so what teams you say got a shot? What teams are you?
I said Denver. I said the Clippers. As far as the West.
Oh, it's the West. All right, go ahead. Yeah, you said Denver, Clippers.
I believe in the Thunder a little bit more than the Wolves. I don't know why. Just because Cat is such a playoff dropper. I believe in him a little bit more than the Wolves.
I mean,
and I'm gonna say Dallas, the 4th team.
The Pelicans are the same as the Mavericks. I mean, as the Mavericks.
I think the Mavericks get Pelicans out of here in the series.
The Pelicans are 8-2 in their last 10 games, just like the Mavericks.
They're hot. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Pelicans.
Yeah,
they don't got number 77 on their team in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think that's a difference maker.
I get what you mean. I get what you're saying. Yeah, if they play in a play, if they match up, I got the Mavericks. Like
yeah,
no, but I get what you mean, Tay. Like he is one of those players. Like so, I get why you say what you say. Like they don't have him on their team. I get it.
Him and Kyrie are gelling. I can't front on that. Like they're dangerous, man. Like they're a legit contender. I think. I don't think like they was at the play-in when they made that move at the deadline. They're currently at 6. I think they won't keep rising up the standings.
I see him as like they could be a second round exit. I think a second round exit.
Tay, what do you think? You think I'm tripping or
no? I agree with you.
I get why you're saying that.
Yo, they can go. They could lose in the first round. They can go to the finals if they wanted to. It just got a great team. That trade deadline really helped them out. I don't know if it's gonna. It reminds me of the Lakers last year when they had that great trade deadline last year, and that got them to the
Yeah,
The conference finals, yeah, that's what this reminds me of a lot. Like, they filled all their team needs. They got a bench. They got 2 stars, rim protection. They can rebound now. And they got one of the best players in the NBA on their team running the show. It's gonna take a lot. It's honestly
Yeah.
gonna take a lot to stop them. I don't see many teams that can honestly beat them outside of maybe Denver. I think Denver is probably the only team that can give them problems. But outside of that, I think they can beat everyone else.
Playoffs started today. They had played the Clippers.
I'm
You
not
know
giving
Luka be
the Clippers.
turning up on them niggas.
No. The Clippers play whoever offense on Luka. That's what I watch. That's why they lost in the playoffs. They literally come set whoever has Luka.
Yeah, that was like 4
That
years
was a
ago.
younger version. Yeah.
Yeah, Luka's playing defense this year
I'm
now.
not
It's
gonna
not the
lie.
same
His
Luka.
defense didn't change. I'm not gonna lie. His defense did not change.
But
They
it
got
did
Daniel
though.
Gafford back there. Like
Yeah,
the team is
it's a
better.
different
Like,
team.
I'm not basing shit off 4
You
years ago.
said
And then they
Daniel
sweated
Gafford.
that series out.
Okay, but you
Like
said
they didn't watch the Mavericks. It took 7 games to beat them. Now it's just the Luka show. Now they got Kyrie. They got Daniel
okay,
Gafford.
and now they got Harden. Like you, what do you mean?
I gotta see it with the playoffs. Like the Mavericks are playing good ball, man. Like I'm not sleeping on
Yeah,
that.
I'm just comparing it to the Clippers. No, I'm not. I'm never taking the Mavericks over the Clippers. I'm not gonna lie. The
As
Clippers
long as Kawhi's healthy, it'll be a tall task, but it's gonna be a
the
competitive
Clippers
series.
showed me before what they could do to Luca. Like, so I'm out back.
What do you mean what they can do?
Bro,
Shut
it
them
was
down?
whoever
That ain't
offense on
happening.
Luca. No, it was whoever. They literally called for the switch. You know how they would call for a switch to get the big on them? They called for the switch to get Luca on them and cooked Luca every single possession. They made Luca sweat. Luca could not breathe that series because he had to play defense every single possession. I'm not doing that. I swear to I will not, bro.
He's a better player in
He's a
better
better
shape,
player, bro.
higher basketball
Look, it doesn't
IQ.
matter when you're getting attacked the whole time every single play on defense, and you have to
Is that
carry
his second or third year?
Yeah, no, okay, and you have to carry the load on offense also. Like, Luka.
He was doing a great job of that. Like
Yeah,
they
he
almost
was.
beat
He
them.
was, but it wasn't enough. Like, and especially now, this Clippers team compared to that Clippers team is a total different monster. I'm not
Same
gonna,
with the Mavericks.
but they're compared to the Clippers, they're not in the same bracket.
Do the Mavericks and Clippers play again this regular season? Because I want to sit down and watch that game. You just making it seem like the Mavs have no shot to beat them at all.
I don't see it at all.
I don't know. Luka plays at a high level. There's no Luka stopper out there. Like nobody that
That's
consistently
not the
guards
thing.
him.
There is no. That's what I'm playing. You don't need to stop Luca. Luca's gonna get his regardless. That's it. That's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do to stop that. Luca, good job, good luck. GG's. Luca's gonna get his 30, his whatever. He's gonna do whatever he wants on the court. But they're attacking him on defense every single play, and he has the ball in his hands every single play on offense.
He won't because Kyrie's there.
If you say so, man. I'm not on God.
I think that team's improved. I think that team is dangerous. Like, don't sleep on them. But we're gonna pivot the transition to a team that is slept on.
I don't think they play again. No, they don't play again.
Oh damn! See, Silver really did a shitty job with schedule. He scheduled like a bunch of games.
He didn't know they were gonna be nice. He didn't know they were gonna be good.
No, he did that throughout the league though, bro. Like Celtics and Knicks played their 4th game against each other yesterday. He had 3 of them before the All-Star break. Like it used to be spread out where they had 2 early on, then 2 after the break. See where you was at. But this dude done put 4 games. Like the Pacers and Bucks played 5 times.
Complaining too. The NBA players complaining about why would you the altitude? Why would you put a game here then put a game back at the bottom?
That's true. That's true.
That's stupid.
They're just stack them together while we're in town to have double headers. You're right about that. I don't like it though. I don't think we can do nothing about that. But yeah, just want to transition to the Denver Nuggets. Most disrespected champion I've seen in a while. Still playing at an elite level. Jokic averaging triple-double. Jamal Murray playing at a great level. Why are they so disrespected? That's something I wanted to talk about. I'll start with you, Darius, since that's your squad.
It's because we're boring. We don't they don't play for highlight. We get our highlights or whatever, but we're not. It's like when the Spurs were at the top. Nobody really it's the Spurs. That's why. Nobody really cared. But it's they're nice. You don't want to play that team, but It's like, bro, nobody's gonna sit down and sit there and watch a Spurs game. Niggas posting up, niggas exploit mismatches, nigga, like, like they're just like, nobody wants to watch. Like, the Nuggets play a certain way. We have a system. That's how we play. Like, that's why Michael Porter Jr. is allowed to shoot whatever the hell he wants, because that's his job. Niggas said, get the ball, shoot it. Nobody, you're 6'10" and you jump higher than everybody else. They can't touch you. Like, that's why we have a certain system. They're allowed to play that certain way. That's literally why. That's why Jamal Murray doesn't get all-star games, because nobody really wants to watch the Nuggets play. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why they're disrespected, is because they're not entertaining to watch. We're not over here high flying, throwing lobs and shit. Like, Luka, Jokic.
Aaron Gordon get his lobs here.
Yeah,
And there.
Aaron
That's
Gordon.
about
Like,
it.
that's our spark. Like, that's our woo, Aaron Gordon. But nobody's like, it's the Nuggets. Once you go to the Nuggets, it's like, bro, so what? Like, like Jokic, he's the best player in the NBA, but like, who cares? Like, like, it's whatever. Like,
He don't care.
and he
That's
doesn't
what it
have, like,
boils down to.
it's just like Kawhi Leonard. Like, remember Kawhi? Like, he didn't have no like energy, like no like enthusiasm. It's just like, bro,
Right.
this shit's easy, whatever. This shit's easy, like, So that's why nobody wants to watch. It's just like, nobody, like, that's why they're disrespected, because nobody really cares. Like, like, they're boring to watch. They're not like the most entertaining to watch. So I get it. So it's like, bro, whatever. You know what happens in the playoffs. They're always at the top. We're always one of those teams. So it's like, whatever. If we don't win, that's it. Like, but we champions for a reason. So like, we have the upper hand off rip. Like, we won already. We know what it's like. Other teams don't. So I get why. That makes sense.
Tay, what you think? And how far do you think the Nuggets can get this season?
The Nuggets can get back to the finals. They have the ability to. I won't take that from them. They can definitely repeat. I don't think they're as good as last year, but they're still good enough
I
to
think we're better than last year.
no. You'd be at the top of the I
Peyton
think you'd
Watson
be at
being
the
a
top
point
of
of
the
attack
West.
defender. Peyton Watson being a point of attack defender, that shit has been working really well. He's been playing. He's on a different level than he was last year. Like, he replaced Bruce Brown and some. Like, that's why I feel like we're better. It's because of
That's
specifically
bold.
Peyton Watson. Like, because of him specifically. He changed us. Like, we had Bruce Brown, but he's better than Bruce Brown. Like, he can do what Bruce Brown can do and more, especially on the defensive end. The defensive end, Peyton Watson went from the G League last year to guarding the best player on another team and the fourth quarter when it matters the most. Like, I'll take it. Like, he's been playing amazing. Even though it might not show up on the stat sheet as much, but defensively, he's been helping us out a lot. So I'll take it.
Anyways, as I was saying, I don't think the Denver Nuggets are as good as last year. I think they're kind of missing a bench spark. In the playoffs, I want to see if their bench can still score, stuff like that. I just, I don't think they're the same team as last year. And Jamal Murray doesn't get All-Star games because he's not an All-Star. Like, he doesn't have All-Star numbers. That's why Jamal Murray hasn't and won't be in the All-Star game, because of his 20 points per game, like his measly 20 points per game. Those aren't All-Star numbers. That's why. It's not because no one watches him. It's because he doesn't deserve it.
A lot of players get it.
Who should he have made it over?
On the same amount this year? No. This year, I don't think he's supposed to take that off.
Anyways.
This year, no. I was talking about in general, because like other years he's been an all-star. He just hasn't gotten it. So I get it, but
he's a playoff riser. That's what I respect. Like, he averaged 26 in the playoffs. So, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't even bring it up. I'm like, I done seen him step it up on the biggest stage multiple times. So
in the playoffs, he becomes the top 5 point guard. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. So
before the
I wouldn't
playoffs,
care about it either.
Normal, like top 15, like, you know what I mean? Normal, but in the playoffs, top 5 off rip.
Right, what? But yeah, they just don't. They don't have any marketable players either. They play in Denver. That doesn't help. Then on top of that, Jokic is the best player in the NBA, but he's not marketable. Then they don't have like a second All-Star. Jamal Murray is close to it, but not quite.
Yeah,
so it's
nobody.
Jamal Murray's gonna market
either. Like, Jamal Murray's not marketable either. It's just
you're not gonna market. Like, they just don't have it.
The most we heard about Jamal Murray is when he got leaked. Like, that's the only.
They don't really have any marketable players on their team. They're a great team. They just don't have. They're not marketable. Like, they don't got it. Like, you just can't. Like, it just,
I wish
you know.
Bones would have stayed there. He'd have been marketable.
He sucks though. Like you can't be marketable and be ass. Like that what the
Nah,
fuck?
like if he'd have stayed with y'all to a championship team, you'd have been talking
He would
his
have been
shit.
ass. You can't do that as a fucking eighth man. Like that's not a thing. You can't be marketable off the bench and being buns. Like he's fucking
Yo,
ass.
some bench players in turn like their shit in the post careers. Look at Pat Bev.
If
Just because you
Pat
don't.
Bev marketable, if Pat Bev dropped a signature shoe, you gonna buy it?
I'm not saying he's marketable, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
that's what we're saying, bro. Like these niggas are
He
not
had Stephon
marketable.
Marbury shoes, yo. He
Yeah,
might.
that's no,
no.
yeah,
Marbury
yeah.
was a 20 and 10 guy. Pat Bev, I'm not rocking a pair of Pat
Yeah,
Bevs.
that's what I'm
Hell no.
saying. You can't not marketable. You're not, but you're not rocking a pair of Pat Bev, but you're also not rocking a pair of Jokic's either. Like nobody, like you know what I mean? Nobody's buying them shit. Like you get what I mean? Not marketable. Jamal Murray drops a shoe. Who the fuck cares? That's the same as Spencer Dinwiddie having a shoe. I like his shoe, but I'm not wearing them shits. I'm not getting them. Like they look good, but like it's just fucking Jonathan Isaac but has a signature shoe. Who cares? Like you know what I mean? Anybody on the Nuggets can have a signature shoe. Nobody's gonna care. Like nobody's gonna buy that. Nobody has that they don't have that aura. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't give it off. Like nobody cares. Like Jamal Murray drops his signature shoe. Why the fuck you're gonna ask, why does he have his signature shoe? Like he's one of those players. Why? Who cares? Like that's why. Like you talk about
Back in my day, Al Harrington had the signature shoe, so
yeah, but
he could
like
have
but you
one.
talking about some bones, like Bones having a fucking Bones is not
I ain't say that. I just said he had the personality to
yeah,
where if
but
he
he
either
didn't
won a
have the
championship
skill.
with y'all,
He had the personality, but not the skill. And he thinks he's a superstar when he's not. He's
if he
just
would have won a championship with y'all, he would have parlayed that into some other shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he would have had. He'd have
yeah.
parlayed into some other shit.
How would
But
you being a fucking 3 point per game scorer into
no,
a
he's got to chill because he done did it on 2 teams, and he's about to get reputation for being hard to work with.
he is
Because 2
hard to work
teams
with. He
decided to
thinks
send
he's
him
better than
home.
he is. Like who is he gonna start over? He's on the bench. You can't market Bones Highland off the bench. Like he's not good enough. Like who he
I've seen bench players get marketed before,
okay,
though.
but behind who? This nigga's not getting marketing behind Jamal Murray. He's
I'm
not.
not really marketing, just more so I'm saying opportunities. Like he would have been like the personality on the team. That's what I'm saying. Like each championship team kind of has a personality guy besides y'all in the Spurs. But like most teams have a guy who's like in the media or wants to be in the media or wants to be an actor or wants to be in front of cameras and stuff. Like every championship team, no matter the sport, it's a role player that gets the big head and they go to the next level. Like that's what I'm saying. Because like with the Ravens won, it was Jacoby Jones. He was on Dancing with the Stars,
Yeah.
getting bottles busted over his head by strippers and shit.
But Jacoby Jones actually played. He started. He scored in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he was like a journeyman before that.
Okay,
and
before that,
that's
but
what
when
I'm
he got to
saying.
but he was a wide receiver. Like he was a wide receiver.
He wasn't a
He was
quality
the
one.
wide receiver one on that team. Like they sucked.
No, the fuck he wasn't. Anquan Bolden was absolutely not. We're not going to disrespect Anquan Bolden in general. No, we're not gonna get off topic. You cut out the Anquan Bolden disrespect right now.
No, I'm not.
You
no,
cut
I'm
out
not,
the Dennis Pitta disrespect right now. The
In
Torrey
the
Smith disrespect.
in
No,
the
he was
Super
not on.
Bowl. In the Super Bowl, he was the wide receiver one. He's the one that everybody had their eyes on because he was cooking. That's
Hell no. He had a kick return, but no. That was the Bolden show,
like
brother.
that you had a kick return in the Super Bowl. Like, you know what I mean? He did something that like they cared about him more than Anquan Bolden that day. Like that day, niggas did not give a fuck about Anquan Bolden. It was Jacoby Jones.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Bones Highland would not be able to have a moment like that because he wouldn't even be in the game at that time to do that. Like, you know what I mean? In the fourth quarter, say, oh, we needed a go-ahead bucket. He's not in the game. He's sitting on the bench, clapping his hands, watching. You can't market that. You can't. He wouldn't.
The turn on Bones is nasty.
But you need a moment. Like, you know, you would need to have a moment for you to do that. He wouldn't be able to get a moment. He wouldn't even be part of the 8-man rotation. Like, he wouldn't be a part of it. He'd just be sitting there clapping his hands with his.
I need to send you the clip of last year when you was talking about him for most improved. As soon as he said "fuck the plane ride," it's been.
His head got too big. Like I felt it. Then his head got too big. He started thinking he was better than he is, and then he started being a locker room cancer. I don't like that. He started.
Yeah, he needs to go to a team where he can just get all the shots and get his value up. Because him on a contender, he's gonna be out the league if he gets one more contender.
Yeah, it's Colin Sexton, bro. He's Colin Sexton.
I'm saying he needs to go to one of those. He needs to go to Wizards or some shit. Like,
And
go to one of them teams, get
there
your
too,
shots
and
up.
stink up the place over there too. Like,
I mean, if he can't play well here, especially since it's so close to Delaware, it just ain't meant to be.
I should have known. I should have known because he was friends with Will Barton. I should have known. Should have told me all I needed to know.
He was
Anyway,
from Delaware. He used to hoop in Maryland a lot. That's kind of why I'm still trying to hope that,
nah, he sucks. He sucks. Cook. Bones Highland is dog shit.
Why do you feel like you have to root for people? You don't have to do that.
I try to root for the home state, bro. Maybe that's just me. That's me being a nice guy.
Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, you can be my next door neighbor.
Only one I actually like is Rudy Gay, and Mello. I like Mello too. Like, you know, there's only
that's my favorite player all the time. He don't got nothing. He could have been from North Dakota. I don't care about where he's from at all. At all.
Yeah. But like I just like there's no, I'm saying that I don't like them because they're from there. I just like them like that just hope so happen to be from there. I mean, I met Rudy Gay, so that's kind of different. Like, you know, I met him, so like I actually kind of like enjoyed him. Like, you know, like that played a part in why I like Rudy Gay is like, you know, like why I was a fan. But like
He's a quality player too.
yeah, he's just his name just worst name possible. Parents didn't love him, gave him the worst name they could possibly give him. Like, yeah,
so we're gonna move to the next topic. Shout out to the New Orleans Pelicans. Shout out to Najee Marshall for not taking the Jimmy Butler fake tough guy choke. He tried to wrap his hands around his neck. Marshall like, hell no, reversal. Boom. Has his hand wrapped around. Then Jose Alvarado, shout out to him for trying to run up on the 7-footer. Thomas Bryant was throwing hands. Like, it was an actual.
Not enough money to be getting fined and shit, bro. He don't make enough for him to keep getting fined and shit, bro. He better stop.
He did sign that terrible contract.
That was one of the worst contracts I've ever seen in my life. Just don't play. Like, at that point, remember when Embiid had to pay his fine for him, like paid his fine for him because he knew he couldn't afford it? That shit's embarrassing. They just called.
Yeah, I wouldn't sign no 4-year, $3.5 million deal.
He called a millionaire broke. Like he literally called a millionaire broke. Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Here, I got you, bro. Like, I'll do it because I know you ain't got it. Like, that is so crazy to me. I mean, look, he signed one of the worst contracts ever.
Like 4 years, $3.5 million, right? It was some bullshit like that. It was something nasty.
4 years, $6 million, 4 mil guaranteed.
Nah. He should have played the long game.
As much as he's on the court, that's disrespectful. As much
he should have played the long game, yo. Yeah, I'd have signed like a 1-year deal and then tested the market. He could have at least been $10 million a year. Minimum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, he plays more than niggas that are making fucking $10 million a year. Like, he's on the court a lot. Like, I be seeing him in the corner trying to, like, bro, he do that shit every play. Like, niggas, like, they be crazy because niggas be forgetting about him too. That's crazy. He does it every single time, and they be forgetting about him. Like, how do y'all know who y'all playing? Y'all don't scout. Like, y'all don't.
The dope thing about New Orleans is they got 2 solid young wing players in Herb Jones and Trey Murphy, on top of Brandon Ingram.
One of them getting traded this offseason. One of them's gone after the season, so
probably. But for the time being, you got young wings, and then you got Brandon Ingram averaging his 24 a game. Then you got Zion averaging a good amount. Like, he's been healthy this season. Valanciunas is still a quality player. CJ McCollum. So they're a quality team. I think they can win a round in the playoffs. I don't see them getting past that, though. I don't see a deep playoff run for them. I can see them potentially getting around.
Respect BI.
I like BI, but they haven't won a playoff series yet. I can't sit here and say they're going to make a run. They haven't won one playoff series. Same thing with Minnesota. They got to win a playoff series first before I put them in certain talks.
Minnesota won one last year. Well, they almost did. Yeah, they won. They won the play-in. That play-in showed us a lot, though. Like, and a
playoff series, 4 games, not a one-off, yo.
They gave us problems. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they gave the Nuggets.
No, they're legit.
That was last year. They're even better this year. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you talking about the fucking Mavericks and shit. You need to worry about them niggas. they got some dogs on their team, like niggas that actually want to win. Because at the end of the
Cat in
game,
the playoffs. That's why I don't
yeah,
believe in
in
that.
the playoffs last year, they showed that they could.
It wasn't Cat. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
Cat
Cat
in the
fucking
playoffs is
yeah,
why I'm not buying into that.
yeah,
Until
Cat.
he shows me he can elevate his game in the playoffs, it's like a severe drop. Like
Yeah,
that matters to me, bro.
yeah, I get that. Cat. Yeah, I understand why you're worried about him, but I
That's the
think
only reason I'm doubting.
I know for a fact that Anthony Edwards is gonna show up. Like
Yeah.
he show up whenever it matters. So Jaden McDaniels, he just got to keep his fucking head cool. Like the fuck, why are you
They be getting
punching?
mad a lot.
Yeah, why are you punching shit, bro? You broke your hand last year because you want to be stupid. Like, yeah,
Well, if
that
they started playoffs started today, the Nuggets will be playing the Pelicans,
we would dog them out, spit on their
most
head.
likely. But I'm saying y'all could potentially be playing the Mavs first too if y'all stay in the 4 seed.
Good, please put us against the Mavs so we can get them out, so we can bounce them early. Don't let Luka make it to the fuck that. Fuck him and Kyrie. Goodbye. Good.
These standings are super close, man. It's tough to see who's gonna play who. It's gonna go down to the last games for sure.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 or 3 games, that's going to determine the West. The East is kind of set already. But what do
Yeah,
y'all feel about New Orleans before we go to the East?
I love Brandon Ingram, man. I love BI, man. That's my guy. Like he's been underrated for a while. He's been getting snubbed on All-Star games too. I think he's been getting snubbed bad. I feel
What
like he's
about
forgotten
what
about.
screams All Star about this? Like I'm not, and now I think he don't deserve no All Star
I think
because
he
Top
people
does.
5
got
seed
snubbed from
averaging
this year.
24. Huh?
De'Aaron Fox didn't make All Star game. Sabonis didn't make All Star game. Brandon Ingram ain't play better than neither of them this year.
Yeah, them two should have. Well, Sabonis should have been in. I don't really care about De'Aaron Fox, but Sabonis should have been in it. But I think he's been every year. Yeah, he's 23, 24, 24, 22, 25 last year. And this year 21, 21, 5 and 5 and 6. I
That's
think
not All Star numbers.
okay. Brandon Ingram, fucking what's it called? Andrew Wiggins was an all-star starter last year with worse numbers.
That was like 3 years ago, and that was bad. And that's the year Brandon Ingram was an All Star. That was the easy year. Now, I don't think that's enough. It wasn't enough because if it was, he'd have been an All Star.
And Zion's averaging 23, 5, and 5.
Zion should be averaging more. Like, I hate him. Like, bro, he should be that guy, bro. Like, the fact that the Pelicans don't have the it factor, like, I know Brandon Ingram's a really good player, but he don't got that star power. Like, Zion has the potential to have the star power, just don't like, bro, he should be like dominating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's been playing good, but he should be 20 and 25 and 10. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he should be dominating the league. I don't know why he's not. Like,
I can tell you why. Like I saw it when I was watching the game against the Celtics. And I even tweeted it out. Like he had a stretch in the third quarter. We couldn't do nothing with him. It was like 14 third quarter points, straight drives to the basket, either hand, like just
yeah.
strong, aggressive. But then towards the end of the third quarter, started huffing and puffing. His conditioning ain't there.
Oh, he got tired.
Got
He was
tired.
getting burnt out.
Yeah. That's why he plays only 31 minutes a game.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. His minutes aren't up there, It's lower than most stars,
His conditioning is bad. I saw it because
Yeah.
like we couldn't do shit with him. And then as soon as he got tired, that's when we started getting back in the game. If his conditioning was better, he'd be averaging 30 because you can't stop him. His finishing ability at the rim is crazy.
You see his efficiency? Shoots 58% from the field.
Yeah,
Right.
like,
It's the conditioning, yo. That's what holds them back. And that's what, because he was supposed to be box office. He was supposed to be face of the league, changing everything. Like the hype he had coming from high school to Duke, he delivered there. Like he was supposed to come into the league and whoop ass.
Yeah.
But he just hasn't.
He doesn't miss. He just, I agree.
It's not that he's a bust. You can't say that because when he's on the court, he produces.
who else?
But it's another level he can reach, though, huh?
Who else has been really efficient this year? Like, who's
A bunch of centers.
like?
Yeah, usually front court
Like he
players.
has center like efficiency.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not a center. Like, some guards that are like, or like, forwards that like are really efficient, even though they're not.
I know a couple guys that's shooting 49%, but the 58 and all that's different.
Because I know, I know it's limited like sample size, but Amen Thompson, he's shooting 52% from the field. Like
I know
that's
Luka's shooting 49.
Luka
Jaylen Brown
takes a
shooting
lot of shots
49%.
too, bro. Luka shooting 49% on the amount of shots he takes is crazy.
That's why
Like
we
that's
say he
why
on
I
another
think
level, yo.
generation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Generational. You know how we were talking about the word generational last time? Generational isn't replicated. We've never seen Luka before. Like we've never seen these type of names. Like he's a generational player. Like Jason Tatum, he's normal. Like he's not like he's a superstar. Don't get me wrong. He's a superstar.
He's not a generational player.
But he's not generational. You get what I mean? Like
Yeah, I'll agree with
another
that.
one of
He's
them
seen
wings.
Jason Tatum's before. Like you know what I
I'm
mean?
not gonna call him just another guy,
No, I'm not.
but he's
Another
not
one of
generational.
those wings, those
Like he's
prototype
like one of those
hybrid wings.
amazing wings. Like he's an
Yeah.
amazing player. Don't get me wrong, but Luka is generational. We've seen people like Jason Tatum before. We've
It's
never
the Paul
seen
George build.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
exactly what he
Well,
is.
Paul George, he's another Paul George.
Yeah.
Luka. You can't compare him to nobody. Like that's Luka. Jason Tatum is he played just like Paul George. Like Luka, who does he play like? He plays like Luka. Steph Curry, who does he play like? Steph. Like you know what I mean? Shaq. You can't replicate that. That's
the
why
closest is Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. That's the
and then
closest
look
thing.
what you're saying, bro. Niggas don't know him. Like, you know what I mean? I know
Steph changed the game. I'm just saying,
I
that's
know who he is. Yeah,
that's
what
the
I'm
guy
saying.
who we
The
modeled.
closest is nowhere near him. Like, you know what I mean? That they're not in the same realm. Like, the closest to Curry right now is Trae Young, and they're in two totally different leagues. Like,
That's
they're
true.
not. But like, you know what I mean? Like we were talking about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, there was another nigga in the same league as him. Like, you know what I mean?
We're not bringing that up.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying, but Kobe in the same league, like they're in the same realm of player. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's why I wouldn't say generational because he was generational for his time, but now he's not. There's generational people that are still generational. Like Shaq, we have never seen another Shaq. We have seen another Michael Jordan, even though he didn't have the same accolades, didn't live up to the same like stature. Supposedly, they're the same nigga. They put up the same amount of stats. They're both at the highest level they could possibly be at. So like that Luka's generational, Jason Tatum isn't. Like there's a difference because we've seen Jason Tatum's before, like people that play just like Paul George plays. He modeled his game directly after Paul George, like and Kobe. But we've seen things like that. Luka, you can't compare him to nobody. Luka is Luka. Like Luka is the prototype, like is the blueprint. Like people are gonna model their game after him. Nobody's modeling their game after Jason Tatum.
That's not true. But
you can't model. You're not modeling your game after Jason Tatum because Jason Tatum modeled his game after somebody else. Like you know what I mean? Jason Tatum plays just like Paul George. He just looks a little different because he's his own person, but they's the same type of nigga. Like Paul George is the blueprint. Paul George. I'm not saying Paul George is generational, but because there's so many players just like him. But Paul George is the blueprint. Luka doesn't have a blueprint. Luka is the blueprint. Like Luka didn't have somebody where he's like, I'm gonna play just like Jason Kidd. No, he's on a different level than all of them niggas.
So we're gonna slide over the Eastern Conference standings real quick. Just quickly brush over the number 1 seed. I'm not gonna talk too much. 8-game lead over the number 2. 10.23. What was it? No, 10.29 point differential. We're beating our opponents by 10 points per game. 45-12, winners of 8 straight. Great efficiency. You got Kristaps Porzingis averaging 19. You got Jason Tatum averaging 27. Jaylen Brown averaging 22. Derek White averaging 17. Derek White with the ball head, having a better season than Marcus Smart ever had. Quality play from the Celtics. I'm not going to mention the game against the Knicks yesterday. They weren't fully healthy, and that's not fair. I want to see them when they're fully healthy. We had one more game against them this season. This is the best start we've had since 2008. And if we can get to our 60th win this season, that'd be great. 2008, that's when the Celtics won the championship. I ain't got to say too much about it, but it has to be put out there straight up. Now, to these other teams in the conference, I've noticed that the Cavaliers have lost 2 straight coming out the All-Star break. They were the 2 seed. Darius believes they're fugazi. I think Tay does too. So how are we feeling about the Cavaliers at the moment?
You want to go, Tay, or you want me?
Yeah, I'll go. The Cavaliers, they were playing great basketball, engined by Donovan Mitchell, but I just think it's like it's hindering others. Like what Darius was saying last week, like Darius Garland is not the same player at all. Like his assist numbers have completely dropped. He used to average 10 assists. He used to be one of them guys. Like You know, you used to expect 10 assists from him a night. He's getting
Tyrese and them.
6.
Like he used to be there with Tyrese and them. Like,
Yeah, he's
them
getting
niggas,
6.
Tyrese, Trey Young and them. Like,
Yeah, he has lower assist numbers than Donovan Mitchell. So it's like the team is better than last year when it comes to team record, but I don't think everyone like the roster is being utilized the way it could be. You know, I don't know if that's for better or for worse, but I don't know. I think yeah, it's just made Darius Garland take a hit, and when you get to the playoffs, say Donovan Mitchell has a
has a
bad
bad
game one
game.
night, they
Yep.
lost. There ain't gonna be no Darius Garland anymore. I mean, it's already not there. Like he's not a star anymore. He's starting to dip and dip. Like he's not that same person. So you know now that they're like a 1-star team now, and Don Mitchell's not there. It's just not the same. Like you gonna rely on Jared Allen to score 30? No. Evan Mobley? No. Like
Even
those
Mobley,
guys, they need to be set up, and I just don't think they have the firepower again. Like I think it'd be the same thing as last year. They did fix their 3-point shooting issue though. They definitely did by adding Max Strus. If he hits 3, he shoots them. Wouldn't call him Mr. Knockdown.
he's a playoff riser, yo.
We'll see if that's the
Yeah, see if it
same
was in
thing.
Miami or not.
Yeah,
Like,
if
Yeah,
you
he was
know
in
them
Miami,
dudes.
he'd be. They gotta. He said if he was in Miami, they gotta play Miami for him to be good. They for him to play.
yeah. Like Isaac Okora, he improved his 3-point percentage. That was their problem last year. They couldn't shoot. We would just leave Okoro open with help off of him. Double team Donovan Mitchell, double team Garland when he got the ball. I don't think I don't think this team's much different though. Like when it comes to matching up in the playoffs, like they might make it out the first round if they play one of the weaker teams. Like if the Hawks get out, maybe. But after that, when you get to the big dogs in the second round, I don't think they're probably the worst team. They'll be the
They
worst
play the
team in the
Pacers,
second
they
round.
going home.
You
On
think
God,
so?
on God,
I
they're
think the
going.
Pacers get them out of there.
Okay.
On God, they're going home.
Like, I don't think that's a good matchup for them at all.
Why not?
That would be
Why
the
do you
matchup.
think that?
I just don't think if any team that the Pacers can beat in the top 4, I think it's them. I don't think they beat y'all in the series. I don't think they beat the Bucks. But just the pace they play with, like I feel like
Why not the Bucks?
I got them beating the Bucks. The Bucks suck. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie.
I would hope they beat the Bucks. I just think it'd be a little too much Giannis. I think he's gonna score a little bit too much for them. I don't think their defense is good enough to
Yeah,
beat
that's
the
true. That's
Bucks in
true.
the
They
playoffs.
don't have
That's my only thing. I would love to see them do it though. I hate the Bucks,
Yeah.
but I just don't see it. I do think they'll beat Cleveland though. Just as Cleveland, Mitchell, the last couple playoff series, he hasn't really played well.
He ain't
And
that.
I just think Halliburton will make a statement. I really think he'll thrive in this type of playoff.
So so you trust the Pacers in the playoffs? Like you think that's gonna be like
I
they're
mean,
just gonna
Siakam has championship experience. Yeah, that's more than what Cleveland
I
got.
don't remember Siakam doing nothing in the playoffs like
He
at
had a
all.
he had a good game in the final, like against Golden State. He was hooping against Golden State.
And how old was he then?
He was a little younger. What was that? 3, 4 years ago?
That's a lot of years ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
but he's a better player now. I'll take
Yeah,
it. I believe in him. He's been there. That's all that's all I care about is if they've been there, they've
that
been
matters.
this nigga's been all the way. Like he has a championship. He's been there. He knows what goes on, how it changes, even though he wasn't that guy on that team. Like he wasn't that guy,
He was like second or third option though.
Yeah, second or third out, but he knows, like he's been there, he's played through it, he knows what's going on. He knows that the defense gets tighter. He knows that if they do this, you got to move here. Even though you would still be riding Kawhi's coattails, you're still playing a big part. And defensively, he knows where to be, knows how to move, knows what's different, knows what the refs are going to give up, what the refs aren't going to give up, knows how to where to be at, where to stay. I feel like you just being there and having that experience helps him out tremendously. I feel like that matters more than niggas just putting up shots. Like I feel like he'll know. Like
And Cleveland has no experience.
yeah,
Like we saw what they did last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, but him having that experience and yeah, like them just being there. Like and then Obi Toppin's on that team. Obi Toppin, even though they didn't, he's been in the playoffs. Like he knows what it's like, even though he wasn't one of those guys. That just being there matters. That like actually having that experience matters because they're gonna come in. The Cavs are gonna come in. They're not gonna know what the fuck they're doing. They're
I
gonna
don't think the Cavs got any answers for Halliburton either. Like who's
they,
gonna guard him?
I think the Cavs are just
Like I don't like playing a who's gonna guard who game. Like I don't do that. Like that I don't get that.
I just think the pace that
Because
they
like
play at, because Cleveland plays a slower pace.
because we could
I
just
just
go back
think
and forth
the
doing that.
Pacers
Like
open up a lot of stuff. Hallie opens up a lot for everyone else though. Like it's not really about Hallie. You have to worry like you do have to worry about Hallie, but you have to worry about what he's going to create for others. That's where Hallie's most dangerous. That's why he averages so much assists. It's like, yeah, he can shoot the stripes off the ball, but it's what he's gonna give to the other people. Like he'll have somebody, Aaron Neesmith, going for 20 and out of nowhere, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? And I haven't he hasn't played in the playoffs, he don't have the experience, but I think Benedict Mathurin is one of those players that's gonna step up in the playoffs.
guys that
I,
can create their own
I
shots.
feel
That
like,
shit matters.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have belief in him. Like I see it in him. Like he's one of those people. I know right now, like he don't really got like his role's kind of weird because he's on a stacked team. But like I know he's the sixth man, like that spark off the bench, like that they need. But he's
I
believe
agree
in
with
him.
you. Like guys that can create their own shots, that
Yeah,
that
that's
matters
what
in
I
the
mean. Like,
playoffs.
yeah, like he can create his own shot in a really good way. Like, he can make tough shots. But them Cavs, like, I'm not a believer. Their schedule
Jury's
before
out. Yeah.
All-Star break, their schedule before All-Star break was fucking dog shit. When they were on that big dumbass streak, they played a bunch of bullshit teams. I'm not letting that go. When they were on that, they're on a 15-game win streak. Who did they play? And when I looked at who they played, I was disappointed. You played the Spurs 4 times. Come on. Like, I don't
That's a
care.
valid point. That's a
Like they
valid point.
played a bunch of nobodies. Like they played Spurs, the Hornets. Like they played nobodies. Like they literally being gifted wins. Like would hope. Like and then they're trying to make Donovan Mitchell this guy. He's not one of those guys. Like he's not a first option. They
Now,
make
regular season, he is.
right, yeah, but he's not. No, yeah, but I'm talking about as a whole. Like that's not gonna work when you get like they're trying to make him Luca. Like you're not Luca. You're not that guy, pal. Like like you're a second option on a good team. Like you're a high level second option. I give him that. Like he can score the ball. Like I'm not gonna take that away from him. He can score, but that's it. Like he's hindering his teammates. He's just like Trae Young. The reason I don't like Trae Young is the same reason I don't like Donovan Mitchell. You're hindering your teammates. Like they're next to you doing look at them niggas. Like Darius Garland, how the fuck do you go from an all-star to being a nova to being forgotten about? And your team's winning. Your team's winning and you suck. Like, what happened? That shouldn't be a thing. Evan Mobley, he came in the league, was supposed to be one of those guys. He can't even expand his offensive game because of Donovan Mitchell. Like Evan Mobley, he can shoot. Like he not gonna shoot. But Evan Mobley, he can stretch the floor, but opportunity to polish his game or even develop a post move or anything because of Donovan Mitchell. Like I don't like those players that they have to play a certain way so that way they're hindering their younger teammates that could be better and could make something for themselves. Like and you see it like that's blatant with the Darius Garland because you don't go from being a 20 and 10 guy to being a forgotten about afterthought. Like that's not a thing. Like he literally used to average 10, 11 assists per game. What happened? Like and now, like your assist numbers are going down because Yo has the ball in his hands at all game. That's not a like, you know what I mean? Like that. I feel like the Cavs were better back then, like than they are now. Like,
It's interesting. We got the Bucks at the 3 seed. They're a game back of the Cavs. I wish nothing but bad things for that team, especially after they did Coach Bud and Coach Griffin dirty. Don't really want to talk about them too much, but Tay, what do you think about the Bucks?
um the Bucks will probably get to the second round, but when it comes to the teams that have the personnel to stop Giannis, I think that's when that role will end. Like you really gotta have defenders to beat the Bucks. Like you need a big, and then I would say you need like a
Al
wing.
Horford. You
You
need Al
need
Horford
about
to beat the Bucks, bro. You need Al Horford, the Giannis stopper. Al
yeah.
Horford.
You need about two guys that can play defense at a high level, and you can pretty much stop them. And I feel like that would stop them as a whole because I'm not sure about Damian Lillard. I don't know if he can
Fluke
flip the
Lillard.
switch.
Nigga said Fluke Lillard.
Yeah, I don't know if he can flip the switch or whatnot. So I think if they I don't think the bottom half teams had the personnel, but again, when they get to the big dogs like the Knicks, I think the Cavs can stop them. The Celtics can stop them. If they run into one of those teams, I don't think they will win. I just don't have the personnel for it, you know. But I mean, it's better than last year. You know, they were first round exit last year, so I guess that's progress.
The playoffs started today. They will play the Magic.
Yeah,
the Magic have the
both do the
same.
Magic.
They would steamroll the Magic.
Magic have the same record as the Pacers, though. So it's flip flop between them and the Pacers.
I don't care about records, bro. I know what team is better.
No, I'm saying like it's matchup wise. Like if it started, they both have the same record, so they're playing one or the other. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, the
and the Heat are a half game behind them.
Yeah, I got the Pacers beating the Bucks and the Bucks beating the Magic if they did play. Like the Pacers would beat the Bucks, but the Bucks would smack the Magic in the mouth.
Well, speaking of the Magic, shout out to one of my early season predictions, saying that they would be a play-in or playoff team. Currently sitting at 32-25, 7 games above 500. Paolo hitting the game winner yesterday. They beat Cleveland a couple nights ago. So that's back-to-back wins out of the All-Star break. So it's not a fluke at this point. Like, I deserve credit for getting this prediction right. I've been adamant about it for the whole time. I got guys accusing me that this is my second favorite team.
It is. It's nothing wrong with that.
I don't have a second favorite team. I can recognize when other teams play well.
It's nothing wrong with having
I don't have a second favorite team. I
that
have a
doesn't mean
Celtics.
you
I'm a
like
Celtics fan.
Right. That doesn't mean you like the Celtics any less. That just means you have a second favorite team.
I don't have a second favorite team. But shout out to Paolo and Franz Wagner for cooking.
Are we still talking about his second favorite team, the Magic?
Yeah.
I don't have a second favorite team. But anyway, like they're currently sitting at the 6th seed. Same record is Pacers, and then Heat are a half game back. I hope the Heat slide down the standings. I don't want them in the playoffs. I don't want them in the play-in. They just play disgusting brand of basketball. I don't want to see Bam Adebayo mid-range jumpers. I don't want to see Tyler Hero threes. They're boring as hell to watch. Like, no, get them out of here. I hope the Hawks could beat them in the play-in or the Bulls, but I don't know if I get that lucky this year. So any teams in this Eastern Conference, I mean, as far as the Knicks are concerned, I just need them to get healthy. I'm sure they'll take off once Randall and OG get back. So you can't really pay attention to their current record. They've been injured. They need to get players back. Same thing with the Sixers. They're competing well, despite the fact that Embiid is out. Shout out to Tyrese Maxey. Buddy Hield's been a very good addition there. So shout out to Philly. I don't think Embiid is going to come back in time for them to be a factor.
Hey, suck. But you know how that goes. Embiid doesn't matter in the playoffs anyway. So, like, you know, whatever. He's a nobody in the playoffs. He goes from MVP to poopy. So, yeah. I don't know.
Any last thoughts on the Eastern Conference before we move to our final topic?
Would hope with the Celtics being the number 1 seed, 6 All-Stars, would hope.
Yeah, it is true.
Don't get mad at our GM because he's doing his job.
Yeah,
like we got to improve the team.
It's the fact that you don't admit that you're a super team. That's why we say that. Until you admit, yo, we're a high-powered super team, we'll leave you alone. But you don't admit it. You just
y'all got one of the best teams of all
GM.
time. I'm not gonna lie, y'all automatically slid into the top 5 teams all time. Like
we gotta like our GM didn't like our roster. He improved it. Like he's doing his job. That's all it is. I'm not going to do this super team.
You're not a super team.
It's
so
different.
Can you
no, until we win a title, we're not a super team. No,
that's not a
we
thing.
have to win.
What? So the Nets weren't a super team?
They failed, but like I'm saying, we have to win. I don't want to get ahead of myself. That's one thing I don't like doing. Like I have to see us execute all the way through the playoffs. I like how we're playing, but I don't want to say, yeah, we're 100% going to win a championship. You never know. A lot of things have to line up right. So I enjoy how we're playing.
No, don't flip. Well, what'd you just say?
I want us to win a championship. I predicted that.
You said we are going to win. Don't flip. No. Go back and say we are going to win a championship.
I did say that.
Remember the season
I did
started,
say that.
You said Celtics are going to win the fight. Don't flip.
Yeah, I did say that. I'm not going to
let you do that.
No, I said that. But what I'm saying now is when the season happens and when the playoffs transpire, I don't get too cocky. I'm like, I got to wait to see how it plays out because I did it with the Ravens. So you're like, y'all going to go to the Super Bowl like 1 game at a time. I do that when it's the playoffs hit.
That's flipping.
It's not flipping. I'm confident we're going to win.
To say it in the offseason. Then when you get to the season, you can see how it's going. You said it in the offseason. That's when it's the most.
I said it yesterday. Like, yo, no teams won't beat us 4 times in the series.
Yeah,
I
but
believe that.
you can't say that and then flip like, oh, I don't know. Like, no, you.
Yeah.
No, I want to tell. I don't
you
want to
need
get
plan.
cocky. I feel that way, but I don't want to get cocky. I want to like watch it play out. Nothing's
Yo.
wrong with it.
You know what's crazy? Last night, the Magic got a win they shouldn't have got. Because Paolo had a game winner, but he traveled so bad on that last shot. Like he got clamp stopped and did a hop and shot, and they didn't call it, and it was a buzzer beater, like game winner. Like that was it.
I saw a shot.
That did he like be honest? I know that's your second favorite team and you love Paolo Banchero, but like did he travel?
He traveled, but
Really
like,
bad. And then but you know what I mean? Shit like that. That's the last shot of the game. Y'all better review that shit or call, like, that's something you call. Like, you can't just give a nigga the win. Like, that's a free win for them. Now they're higher in the standings because they're getting bailed out. That I don't like that.
getting close to that 40 to 43 game mark. I'm gonna pull up on you with the receipts, man.
Yeah, we know you're gonna pull up with your favorite team. We know second favorite. We know super team then Magic. We get it.
Oh my god,
7
this is
All-Stars.
Bro, that shit,
7.
it's nothing wrong. I don't know why you act like that.
I'm not gonna call like a super team wins the title. I'm not calling us a super team until we win the title. That's what I'm saying.
That's not true, bro. Because we say the Suns are a super team. We say the Nets were a super team. We can't.
That's my definition of super team, though. You got to close the deal. That's my definition.
So the Nets weren't a super team.
They were, but they failed. They were failed super team.
If
y'all fail, you're a failed super team also.
Yeah, you're gonna be on them lists when we look up. Oh
no, wait, no, yeah, failed super team. You're gonna be number one. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all might be number one. Y'all might be.
We're gonna win, so we ain't gonna be on no failed super team list. Last topic. I'll keep it brief. Like, no shout out to Luke Longley, Horace Grant, and Scottie Pippen for going on their no bullshit tour to talk shit about Michael Jordan. How sad do you have to be in your life?
Crazy. That is some dick eating shit. Like, I saw that and I was like, yo, come on now. No last dance or something. Like, they named it some gay shit like that too. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all gotta.
Does it come out?
No, they're going from city to city,
tour.
like
touring. They're going on tour.
Yeah.
Like, they're
going it started in Australia.
Talk about a man. Like, that is so weird. Like, y'all are manifested on and then Michael Jordan's son and Larissa Pippen broke up or something like that. Like, yo, I get why Scottie Pippen's mad. I get it. I'm not gonna lie.
He got a vendetta. Absolutely.
He has a reason.
But how come Michael Jordan can talk about other men, but they can't talk about him?
No, here's the thing.
But Tay, they going on 3 niggas banded together to go on tour to hate on one man. That is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
He never said nothing about Luke Longley in the doc. So I guess he feels the type of way because he was a part of 3 championships. So I guess he feels the type of way he wasn't mentioned. He said Horace Grant was the snitch that was talking to the media. And this type of shit kind of lines up because this is what a snitch hating ass nigga would do.
Yeah.
So it kind of lines up. And he said Pippen should have played in the game and he mocked his migraine, which I think was some bullshit. So Pippen has a legit gripe.
Pippen has a lot of reasons as to why he could hate Lamar.
Yeah, like, because I've had migraines before. That shit ain't no horror. Like, try to play a basketball game with a migraine?
Yeah. Trying to move with a migraine, trying to open your eyes, see bright ass lights, cameras flashing with migraine. Yeah, eat a Frank.
Right. So, like, Pippen has legit gripe, but Horace Grant, you gotta cut it out, man. You won your 3 championships. You was a free agent and decided to leave. And then you talking about, oh, I ought to kick Dennis Rodman's ass. Like, y'all played in 2 series against each other, and that didn't happen. They advanced past y'all niggas. No, like, we got you two, brother. And Luke Longley, like, you was a role player. Why are you mad you wasn't mentioned in the doc? Like, you wasn't moving the needle like that, Luke Longley. The fuck is wrong with these niggas, man? These niggas is damn near 60 years old. Like, think about that.
60 years old, still hating on the nigga, bro. Bro, that shit's overdone. Your life cool, bro. Y'all got y'all bread. He got his bread.
Oh, I'm mad. He didn't talk to me in 1992. That's what these niggas is on, yo.
Yeah, that shit's weird to me. That's some real, like, next level hating ass shit. Like, yo, y'all really going out of y'all way to hate on one nigga, bro. Y'all
and these niggas got 12 championships, yo, combined.
Niggas started a fucking boy band hate on this nigga, bro. Like, yo, they started the Jonas Brothers to hate on another man, bro. Like, that is crazy to me.
And they're selling tickets for it too. Like, who
Yo,
wants to
like,
buy tickets?
selling tickets. Yo, LeBron lovers are gonna buy the tickets too, just so they can hear him hating.
That's true. I forgot about that. All LeBron stands, they gonna
All
record
LeBron
that
fans
shit.
that hate Jordan, they gonna go and watch just so they can have something that they can go on Twitter and have something to say about Michael Jordan, bro. Like, and you know
I
me,
said to have that type of mind control.
Yeah.
LeBron's teammates like him, bro. That's the
Yeah.
difference. Like Jordan's teammates, but you to be mad at this man for over 35 years.
But look, LeBron's teammates like him now. They might clout chase later on, just like these niggas.
I don't
are.
think so. I don't think so.
You know what I mean? Because
Jordan was punching niggas in the face, dog.
During it, nobody really knew about Jordan. We didn't know the real Jordan until
they knew he was punching niggas in the face.
Yeah, but we didn't know, like, that he was that bad until the Last Dance. Like, you know what I mean? So,
no, his Hall of Fame speech, bro.
Yeah,
like, you ever see his Hall of Fame speech?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But like, yeah, but maybe they might come out and say some shit about LeBron. Well, somebody gonna say something about LeBron. LeBron done traded hella niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody
you're right.
hate on that nigga, bro. Somebody gonna hate on that nigga. So, but yeah, but LeBron is way more likable than Michael Jordan, like 100%. So
1000%.
When niggas really got a boy band together just to hate on one nigga, bro. That is so weird to me. Like, you're old as shit too. Like, they're in their 60s. Like, they have grandkids. They probably have 8 grandkids. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they're doing that. Like, bro, Scotty, worry about your son that's in the NBA and the other one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you worry about them. Your son's in the G League. Help him. Like, like, you worried about another man. And then you're talking about, you're crying. Like, bro, his son is dating your wife, bro, your ex-wife, bro. That shit's cooked, bro. Leave that man alone, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't, like, that is so weird. Like, really banding together to hate on one man that don't even care no more. He don't care about y'all at all, bro. He's
that nigga a billionaire. He don't give a fuck.
Billionaire, bro. He does not care about you, bro. Like, y'all are really, like, that's just weird to me. They're really hating, like.
So, Tay, what do you think? You seem like you feel opposite.
Yeah, I want to watch it first. I want to be optimistic. I want to see how it's going to go, what they're going to specifically talking about. I just feel like you should have the right to defend yourself. Michael Jordan can talk about you. Why can't you talk about him?
Yeah, but take a whole tour, bro. Like,
So?
bro,
I'm not gonna do a tour. I'll do a video to respond.
Michael Jordan got a TV show. I don't see no.
He's Jordan, and that's why he got there.
Okay.
Like, these role player ass niggas.
Jordan, that's why he has.
All I'm saying is, if he can talk about them, why do they just gotta keep their mouth shut? Oh, let me just sit at home and let him talk about me.
Man, this shit need to be on Tubi, dog.
That's fine. If they got something to say, I feel like they should have the right to defend themselves. If Michael Jordan can talk about them, they could talk about him. They was on the team.
Do it for like 1 or 2 hours and put it on Tubi. Don't go on the city to city tour. That's just that's weird as hell.
People got a lot of questions about it, and they feel as though Jordan didn't answer everything. So they're gonna do it. I don't have a problem with it. I'm really waiting to watch it myself and see what they really talk about. How it's gonna.
I get this shit a month. That shit gonna be cooked. They ain't gonna get no sales after like a month. They ain't gonna make it to the US. I'll tell you that now. They better keep that shit overseas. As soon as they come to like New York or Chicago with that shit.
The LeBron haters gonna go, bro. They gonna pay for it. But the LeBron lovers, bro, they gonna hate the Jordan haters.
They gonna go to Australia?
Nah. Whenever they come here, they gonna watch.
If they come here. You know how much niggas love Jordan in the US?
Mm-hmm. Nah,
if
but
they come here,
niggas love LeBron, you can't like both. You're not allowed to like Jordan and LeBron. You can't.
You're really not. It's fucked up.
Yeah, so you know the LeBron haters, the LeBron lovers, the LeBron sexuals, they're gonna go and watch. They're gonna go and watch, and just so they can have more stuff to say. Nah, because Scottie Pippen said right here that Michael Jordan, he didn't make that shot. That the ball was pumped up more, so it went in the hoop. Like, they gonna find some weak ass shit. Like, they just want a reason to hate, bro. I don't like that, bro. You're a grown man. I'd be damned if I ever banded together with 2 other niggas to go hate on one person. On God, I'm not, bro.
Especially since they won 12 championships.
I would tell my side of the story. Like, I would make my own documentary about like my experience, but I'm not gonna just make the whole thing to hate on one person. I'm not doing that, bro. Like, I would like, if I'm Scottie Pippen, He wasn't like, he was the co-star. He was there every single time. Like, you know what I mean? He got the same amount of rings. Like, like he's there. Like he's an all-star too. Like, he was first team. He was defense. Like, he was
And
that
Horace
guy.
was an all-star one year. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah, but I'm going and saying something. I'm telling my side, like, that's what he said. But me, my last dance was this. This is what happened. This is what my point of view. But to hate on another nigga, that shit's weird. To just talk bad about somebody, like, and Scottie Pippen, he doesn't stop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's been hating on Jordan
since that doc came out.
I can remember, bro. Like that shit.
Since the doc came out, that's when he started hating.
That's when he really started like, oh no, he lying, he doing this, and his son's doing your ex-wife, and she has your last name, and she's getting devoured by a 20-year-old. Like, like that's. I get why Pippen's mad. Pippen has the biggest reason to be mad out of everybody, because Pippen, I understand. He was there every time, and Michael Jordan got all the shine. Like, you know what I mean? So I get why Pippen would be pissed. Like, Pippen he got a fat ass list of shit to be mad about. But Horace Grant, you wear glasses, you wore goggles when you hoop.
He left as a free agent. He was one of the first free agents.
Goggles when you hoop. I don't care. And then Longley, you're white. Like, we don't care, bro. He didn't even say nothing about you. You weren't mentioned for a reason. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, he didn't mention him, and he's upset. He's upset because he didn't get mentioned. Bro, nobody cares. Okay. You're forgettable. Your name's Luke. Have fun, bro.
That's the thing. Like, 12 championships between them. That's why we got to take the money, man, because championships don't buy happiness, as you can see.
Between them, like, Scotty don't got 6 of them 12. That's what I'm saying. Scotty is on a different realm than them other two.
No, I'm saying they got 12 between them. They got 3, 3, and 6, and they're still miserable. So take the money.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
man, all that sacrifice for ring shit, man, it ain't worth it. Take the money. Take the financial security.
A lot of people don't know Scottie Pippen is the reason why this dynasty was even allowed. He signed that terrible contract that 7 years, 18 million. That just makes you think about the Warriors dynasty. Like, I don't know if that would have happened if Steph Curry wasn't on that cheap deal. Like,
because of the ankles,
there was no KD. There wouldn't have been no KD if Steph wasn't on that deal. So I don't know. Like, I feel like dynasties, that just prove dynasties. You need a specific contract. Like, you need one of them questionable contracts to be a dynasty. And yeah, Scottie Pippen, he had that contract, so he took a big sacrifice.
Definitely did. He got it on the back end though in Portland.
Yeah, but he was worth way more than what he was. 7 years, 18 million. That is a horrible deal for top 10 player in the NBA. That's a terrible deal.
And the owner said, like, he told him not to take that deal.
Yeah, he still did it.
Scotty was from the country, so he was like, yo, I just need the financial security. If something goes wrong, I can get paid for longer. Rather than, and the NBA salary cap didn't jump until like 1993. So he signed the deal before the salary cap jumped and took off and everybody started getting bags. So that played a part in it too.
Yeah, to hate on another nigga, bro, to go out of your way. The only person that has reason to be upset is Scottie Pippen. Like, because Jordan gets all the glory. They forget about Scottie Pippen like he wasn't there. Like he didn't play on that team. Like he did.
He was an integral part, yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I always say that. What did Jordan do without Pippen? Y'all always say Jordan is. Pippen was a top 10 player in the league, #1 at his position. You had the best shooting guard and the best small forward in the NBA on the same team playing next to each other. Like that, you can't just like forget about Pippen like he wasn't there. That's why I always say that.
Nah, that's a valid point. Definitely a valid point. I'm not gonna take that from you. Like, even the year he wasn't there, like he won All-Star Game MVP. He averaged like 22, 8, and 7. It's like even the year that Jordan wasn't there, he was still cooking. I'll give you credit on that. But another dope episode of the Hoop Panel for real. Yeah. Like, looking forward to see how these last 25 games of the season, and we'll be back another week or two. But shout out to everybody contributed. Shout out to the NBA season. Second half, we out here.